Alright, we're going to finish pages 77 through 80 in Joyce Meyer Healing the Broken Hearted book because it did not upload the other day when we had recorded it. 77. Because I am uncompromisingly righteous, the eyes of the Lord are toward me, and his ears are open to my cry. When I, the righteous, cry for help, the Lord hears and delivers me out of all my distress and troubles. Many evils confront me, the consistently righteous, but the Lord delivers me out of them all, because I am the Lord's servant, who redeems my life. I take refuge and trust in him, and I shall not be condemned or held guilty. Psalms 34:15, 17, 19, 22. I shall establish my righteousness. I shall establish myself in righteousness, rightness, and conformity with God's will and order. I shall be far from the evil thought of opposition or destruction, for I shall not fear, and from terror, for it shall not come near me. Isaiah 54:14. Because I am uncompromisingly righteous, I am as bold as a lion. Proverbs 28:1. I do not have a high priest who is unable to understand and sympathize and have a shared feeling with my These pages are always hard to turn. Weaknesses and infirmities and liability to the assaults of temptation, but one who has been tempted in every respect as I am, yet without sinning. I then fearlessly and confidently and boldly draw near to the throne of grace, the throne of God's unmerited favor to me, that I may receive mercy for my failures and find grace to help in good time for every need, appropriate help and well-timed help, common just when I need it. Hebrews 4:15 and 16. Therefore, since I am now justified, acquitted, made righteous, and brought into right relationship with God by Christ's blood, how much more certain is it that I shall be saved by him from the indignation and wrath of God. Romans 5:9. Blessed, happy, fortunate, prosperous, and inviolable am I, because I walk and live not in the counsel of the ungodly, following their advice, their plans and purposes, nor stand submissive and inactive in the paths where sinners walk, nor sit down to relax and rest, where the scornful and the mockers gather. But my delight and desire are in the law of the Lord, and on his law the precepts, the instructions, the teaching of God. I habitually meditate, ponder, and study by day and by night. And I shall be like a tree firmly planted and tended by the streams of water, ready to bring forth fruit in season. My leaf also shall not fade or wither, and everything I do shall prosper and come to maturity. Psalms 1:1-3. This book of the law shall not depart out of my mouth, but I shall meditate on it day and night, that I may observe and do according to all that is written in it. For then I shall make my way prosperous, and then I shall deal wisely and have good success. Joshua 1:8. The name of the Lord is a strong tower. As a consistently righteous person, upright and right standing with God, I run into it and am safe, high above all evil and strong. Proverbs 18:10. In his Christ's day shall I, the uncompromisingly righteous, flourish, and my peace shall abound until there is a moon no longer. Psalm 72:7. This is the agreement, testament, covenant that God has set up with me. He has imprinted his laws upon my heart, has described them upon my mind, on my innermost thoughts and understandings. My sin and law breakings. Just checking the time on here. My sins and law breaking he remembers no more. Now, since there is absolute remission, forgiveness, and cancellation of the penalty of my sins and law breaking, I no longer have to make any offering to atone for them. Hebrews 10:16. through 18, I have full freedom and confidence to enter into the Holy of Holies by the power and virtue and the blood of Jesus, by this fresh, new, and living way, which he initiated and dedicated and opened for me through the separating curtain veil of the Holy of Holies, that is through his flesh. Hebrews 10:19-20. For my sake God made Christ virtually to be sin, who knew no sin, so that in and through him I might become endued with, viewed as being an example of the righteousness of God, what I ought to be, approved and acceptable in right relationship with him by his goodness. 2 Corinthians 5:21. All right, that's pages 77 through 80. 80.